Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final round of the California Rugby League competition. We are here in Orinda, California. On the left of your screen, you have the San Francisco Savage in the yellow, and on the right-hand side of the screen, you have the East Palo Alto Razorbacks in the predominantly black. Two fantastic football teams here today, Mark, both undefeated. How are you seeing this game unfolding?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tom. Very excited to be back here at the site of the inaugural California Rugby League game between the Mongrel and the Savage, 2 years ago there, Tom? And
yeah, 2019.
I really think this is going to be the match of the season so far. I really can't pick a winner. I think it's going to come down to the wire, and as you can see, there's some big units out there. There's going to be some big hits in defence. They're going to throw the ball around, and yeah, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one all week, Mark. Obviously, the outcome of today's game will determine Los Angeles' future for September 25th at Boxer Stadium. What's the exact read on that? Are we talking 13 points, Mark?
Yes, I think that's correct. So the situation as it is now at kickoff, if the Razorbacks win or lose by 13 or less, they will go through to play in the final next week.
Ball fumbled off the kickoff there, Mark. Sorry to cut you off. Really good start for the Razorbacks. Ball not fielded by the Savage side, and they've put themselves under early pressure as Sam Tiger taps it to Pio Vadavai. He barges over and is just short of the try line. Three Savage players take him down in a pretty strong tackle. Sam Tiger out of dummy half, plays to the right, picked up by Tukey Stevenson, manages to get away from two. They're right here on the try line looking for early points.
I'm looking forward to seeing Tukey play after the last game that we've seen out.
Tino Muffy goes wide. He's got a man on the wing unmarked, cuts back to the inside, and massive contact there. It looks like he's hit him in the head. Fatai Vailala didn't really like that one, and rightly so.
The referee obviously thought that was all right, Tom. But it was
didn't have the same vantage point that we had up here, Mark. But yeah, made very strong contact with the head there. You can see there's a lot of feeling in this early as the Savage rush up from the try line, and again Pio Vadavai with another strong run, but the Savage are there to meet him. Tino Muffy making his way to the left-hand side, and Fatai Vailala in the 15 with a strong hit up. Fifth tackle here signalled by John Ashton, the referee, with the raised hand in the air. Sam Tiger plays to Tino, puts the chip over. Looks like it's a bit too long there, Mark. Ball finds touch.
Yeah, it was exactly as we thought it would be. Both teams very willing in the physical department out there, and the Savage have done well to hold them out there.
Obviously a lot of feeling in the Battle of the Bay. You've got one team, the San Francisco side, which practice on the East Bay, and then the East Palo Alto side, who are from the peninsula. As Big Vanilla here takes a strong hit up and is met by Matangi Tonga, who's back in the Razorbacks colours, wearing the number 7 jersey by the looks of things. Come to the left-hand side here, and what's the call from referee Ashton?
They've dropped the ball. That's the second set of 6 that they've failed to complete. The Savage, the coach Akua will not be happy with that.
Tukey Stevenson here with a big run, and looks like Viliami Sokai meets him with 2 other Savage players. Good distribution from Sam Tiger there, and Pio Vadavai manages to get a hand free. Ball bobbling around there for the Razorbacks, and again strong contact by the Savage. Camp right down in their own defensive area here, Mark.
You can see Pio and Tukey are their 2 go-to men. They really get them forward, and they're both going to need big games if they're going to want to win this one.
Again, we can see a lot of passion in the start of the game. It's similar to all the California Rugby League games we've had.
Yeah, it certainly is, and that's what I think we have to give a big compliment to the referees we have here in the California Rugby League, because they certainly do a good job to, keep any fisticuffs out of it and just keep it a straight, clean game.
Sam Tiger has the ball here in the middle of the field. Referee Ashton getting the Savage team back on side. Quick tap and plays to the right-hand side. Matangi Tonga with a strong run and taken down by 2 Savage players. Out to the left-hand side here. The big horse, as he's known affectionately to his teammates, Fatai Vailala, taken down just short of the try line. His brother Tiger into dummy half and plays back, and we've got the ball. It's like hot potato out there, Mark, and Matangi Tonga steps back inside. They're right here on the try line. Tiger out of dummy half and burrows over. We have an early try to the East Palo Alto Razorbacks through Sam Tiger, the inspirational leader for the side. Good strong start there from the Razorbacks, Mark, off the back of the error.
It was, yeah, on the back of 2 errors there from the Savage, and Tiger, the captain coach, he's very inspirational for him, and yeah, just too easy for him there from dummy half.
It all started with the error of the kickoff. Easy meters, camped themselves deep in Savage territory there. As we come back to the action here, waiting for a tee. Strong contact out here in the left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the big unit for the Savage side?
It was, and it just shows how much this game means to both of them. Obviously, the Savage are in the box seat to play next week, and the Razorbacks playing for a position in the championship game, and I'm sure our mongrel players and fans at home watching will be on the edge of their seat watching this one, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see the crowd starting to make their way in here at Wilder Field, Orinda, as the extras are added, bringing the scores to 6-0 to the East Palo Alto Razorbacks. Good intent shown by them early there. They get up there and get the points. It's a good start from the Razorback side. Let's see what the Savage have in response.
Yeah, Coach Tiger would have to be very impressed with the start for his team, doing exactly what he was instructing them to do pre-game. But I want to see what the Savage can do if they can hold onto the ball and complete a set of 6. We all know how dangerous they are with the ball. Tom, it was good to see a couple of the Dead Bandits. The kid over there, it's
Dead Pelicans, Mark, from North Bay. Dead Bandits was unfortunately their old. Sorry to correct you there.
No, my mistake. Thank you, Tom. But yeah, sorry, the Dead Pelicans, as you said, and it was great to see the other teams coming to watch.
Tukey Stevenson fields the kickoff there pretty comfortably, about 35 metres out from his own try line. Referee Ashton commanding the Savage troops back here onto the 40-metre line as Pio Vatavai with another strong carry from the big man.
He's been busy, Tom. Very impressive.
27 years old and 2 twins is Pio Vatavai, obviously at Jacksonville Axemen. We've got the Razorbacks piercing through the middle here. He goes through basically untouched in the number 8 for the Razorback side. He's going to go over. He's run dead there, Mark.
That's big Roland.
He's run dead, Mark. A little bit of confusion there with the try line, but both teams were...
That should be a try.
A little bit of confusion here, but both teams were instructed of where the lines were before the contest started. A little bit unfortunate, so no try there. Scores remain 6-0. A little bit of frustration coming out there from Fatai Vailala. He did witness where the dead ball line was at the start of the contest. Back to the action here, San Francisco with the ball on their own 20-metre line through Viliami Solkai. We've seen that happen a few times this year, Mark, as I think back to some of the contests in Sacramento. Good offload there as Savage makes some easy meters down the sideline and he's dragged into touch. It'll be a Razorbacks ball here.
Yeah, Tom, unfortunate mistake. The marks are, the sideline markings and dead balls are a bit confusing here, but as you said, the players were well instructed before the game.
Yeah, I can completely understand their frustration as big Fatai Vailala let some of that frustration out, so the big run. Tino Muffy here dancing around looking for an offload. Taking in strong contact on halfway.
Certainly every bit as physical as we anticipated, Tom.
As Sione cuts through here, and a little bit of karma, as you would say, in the rugby league department. Hopefully he doesn't run dead here, and he's a smart player, is Sione. Goes over for a great try there.
I believe he used to play Oklahoma State football. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Great footballer back in the day, and an even better rugby league player is Big Sione.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Showed some pace for a big man.
Scores at 10-0 down here at Wilder Field with seems like a lot of one-way traffic here for the Razorback side. success with the extras. Scores are 12-0. Mark, what can you tell me about the number 8 for the Razorbacks who cut through there before Sione? He looks like a player we haven't seen too much of down here in the California Rugby League competition.
Yeah, I believe Tom. He played some college football for San Jose. His name is Roland, and the boys like to call him Ro.
Well, San Francisco Savage have never been in this position, Mark, where they're down about 10 minutes into the contest and they're already down by 2 tries. Be an interesting situation for them here, how they can overcome adversity.
Yeah, I think they just have to calm down a bit, Tom, not get so frantic with the ball, just try and complete a set or two and get themselves back into the contest.
The Razorbacks' attack has been absolutely clinical, hasn't it, Mark?
It's been very good to watch. Just the big men going forwards, especially Palo and the jukebox out there, Tukey Stevenson, is an eagle player to watch.
You see, looks like Manatau coming on the dummy half. The diminutive dummy half, some would say. Pio Vadavai stumbles off the kickoff there.
He is one to watch, Tom. I think he's the best player in the California Rugby League to date. And they'll certainly need everything he's got to get over the Razorbacks here.
Oh, for Ty Vailala, again, hard to bring down. 40 metres from his own try line. Got a little bit of attitude there, and we love to see it. Sione swings out of 2 tackles. Penalty here for the Razorbacks. They're causing a lot of headaches for the Savage side up the middle. Easy meters.
Yeah, they've certainly come with some intent. And you can tell they're just focusing on that middle part of the field, Tom.
It's great to see for Ty and Sione get really fired up here as Tino Muffy has the ball in hand, looking to find touch. Marches them down 10 metres. Good choice there by referee Ashton. Good tap there by Tino Muffy, and he finds a 17 for the Razorbacks. Sam Tiger in the bandana here.
Lucky not to be a penalty there.
He's gone into touch there, unfortunately. Again, more confusion with the lines.
And here's the number 2, just about to take the tap. He was the player we were talking about before. He's a great player. Watch for his darts out of dummy half.
Juliani Soilala here with a fresh haircut as Manatau steps into dummy half. First touch for him. Oh, great contact there by the Razorbacks. Oh, unfortunate there. He's going to say he's lifted the leg.
This is the opportunity for the Savage to get back in the game here. The mistake from the Razorbacks, followed up by a penalty.
Great contact there from both teams. What's the ruling here from the referee? Saying he's made contact. 10-metre penalty here for the Savage team. First real attacking opportunity for the San Francisco side here. Again, more good contact. Driven back by the Razorbacks.
The Razorbacks have just been so physical, both with the ball and in defence. It's going to take some good play to break them down here, Tom.
Giuliani Soka has a run and unfortunately loses the ball for the Savage side. And here come the Razorbacks in some space here. He's gone through. Looks like he's gone through okay there. Great work by the Razorbacks to go over there, bringing the scores to 16 to 0. Sorry, Mark.
Yes, I believe that was that the number 28, Juan Cervantes.
Yes, it was.
They call him Clark Kent, and he showed a fresh pair of heels down the sideline there. What a great try!
Wow, with every opportunity they have gone away with points. The Razorbacks are doing sensational work here in attack.
What I like there, Tom, they forced the mistake, but there was no just have a hit up to settle it. They were straight out to the left-hand side and got away down the sideline, and what a fantastic rugby league try.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the Razorbacks, Mark. Putting on a great display here. As you can see in the background, a little bit of nice sportsmanship. 18-0, 18 unanswered points. You see Viliami, Soilala, and Fatai Vailala having a nice little cuddle there. Old friends from the Bay Area. Gee, John Ashton's getting a lot of appeals, isn't he, from both teams?
Yes, it happens every week.
Yes, it does.
But he does a great job, John, and doing a great job today.
Can see some new players coming on here for both teams. Really, we have. Looks like I can see Pilo Bonbon is on the field, if I'm seeing that correctly, as well as Daniel Vetti's making his way onto the field. Viliami here as well. I can see Hoko on the far side, and for the Razorbacks, some fresh legs. Ball let to bounce here and then fielded by Sione pretty comfortably. Looks for an offload, unable to get it. First tackle here, Mark.
Yeah, 18 points to 0. I didn't see this coming straight away, Tom, but you really just can't fault the Razorbacks. They couldn't have started any better.
Yeah, absolutely sensational start from them. Fantastic, as some would say, is Tino Muffy, who a lot of the play revolves around Tino Muffy. Gets a good offload there. Exciting play from the Razorbacks yet again.
Their ball control has been fantastic considering how much they're throwing the ball around. There's that word again, Tom, fantastic.
Looks for the switch play short, unfortunately knocked on, and Vili picks it up, offloads, and not fielded by anyone.
That was the old commentator's curse,
yes,
Tom.
He's going to say the first knock on there came from the Razorbacks, and it will be a San Francisco ball. Unfortunate there for the Razorbacks. Again, the big unit in the 24. Never shy of some early work in the set. Boot comes off, and Manatau into dummy half. Plays to Viliami Suilala here. Bounces one off. Very close to the try line. Balls come loose there, unfortunately.
They had numbers on the left there too, Tom, and I think that's the way they were headed, so the coach will be disappointed with that mistake.
Yeah, really their first attacking opportunity, and not to be. 23 minutes left in this contest. Tangi Tonga with big settler out of his own half and brought down by two Savage players. Oh, strong contact there, Mark.
Yeah, great contact. It was a great run too. Good 20 metres there. They are making easy metres up the middle, Tom. The Savage really got to, start closing them down.
Tino Murphy goes for the inside play, and he's going to call out a knock on from the Savage, and it'll be Razorbacks ball yet again on the first tackle.
He wasn't too far away from getting the ricochet there and running away for a try.
Gotta love some of the inspirational messages from the sideline. Always good to hear.
That's what's great about the California Rugby League. The fans aren't shy to let everyone know what they're thinking, Tom.
Sione driven back here and strong tackle from Pilo Bonbon in his first game for the San Francisco side this year. First game of the league, if my memory serves me correctly, since the 2019 contest, which you alluded to earlier today. Tino Murphy here plays to the right-hand side, and here's that speedster, jumps into it. Interesting tactic there.
Big roll, and he's been impressive.
You see the Razorbacks player stacked out to the left as Tino stabs it over the top. Gets the bounce, unfortunately knocked on. Oh, that would have been great if he fielded that one.
Yeah, it looked like it come off the side of his boot, but nearly a great result for the Razorbacks. As the Savage look to just sort of slow it down, and they really just need to complete a set. That's what they've got to do and get back into this game.
You can see for Tai Vailala, the inspirational forward in the red headgear coming back on as Hoko here with a strong run. First carry of the day. Manatau with the ball looking for options. Cuts wide to Pillar. Wrestled to the ground by Fatai. Looking to get out of their own half for the Savage here as Viliami steps back on the inside and he's got an arm free. as we make our way to the midway line.
Show some good footwork there.
You see both teams appealing here to the referee. A bit of a flow starting to come now for the San Francisco side as Viliami plays wide, looking to get an arm free, not to be. Fifth tackle here, Mark. Ball with the playmaker. Viliami stabs it over the top, maybe a little bit too much on that. And it's going to go out the back, Mark.
Yeah, it was the right idea, but just maybe poorly executed, as you said, just a little bit too much weight on the kick. But as I said, it was the right idea, and that was a better set from the Savage.
Razorbacks ball here. You can see the boys, it's been a frantic pace for this opening 20 minutes of the contest, Mark. A lot of tired boys out there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with the way the Razorbacks have started this game. It's been frenetic, but that's why they're on top 18-0 here. You certainly wouldn't write the Savage off. We've seen them come back before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still so early on in this contest.
They're a team full of class.
To come back to the action here, the Razorbacks on the second tackle, making their way out of their own territory. Tuki Stevenson lining up for work, and let's sail from Tino Murphy. The call is going to be forward from referee Ashton. So obviously in rugby league, the ball needs to be passed backwards from the attacking team at all times. Manatau has the ball here. Good attacking opportunity for the San Francisco side.
We need Manatau to get really involved here, the Savage, if they want to score some points. I think if they do, it'll be revolved around him.
Offer, by the looks of it, plays the ball here and juggled. Penalty here for the Savage side. What's your read on that, Mark? Quick tap by Manatau. Looking to burrow over as he does so well. Interesting to see what the call is here from referee Ashton. David Vetty saying he scored a try. Referee Ashton doesn't see it that way. He's going to instruct him to come back and play the ball.
I thought he was pointing to the spot there, so I think that's why he threw the ball in the air. I think he thought he'd been awarded the try, but numbers to the right here for the Savage if they can get a few passes out that way.
It's really their first attacking opportunity. It's going to be interesting to see what they do as Daniel Vetty with the left foot step and gets an arm free and dances out of two and dives over. Definitely heard the ball go down there, Mark.
Yeah, wow, he did well there. I thought he should have passed on the right, but he was too big, too strong, showed some footwork and too powerful there for the Razorbacks. And they're back in this game, the Savage.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Vetty, son of Pasi, the manager, grew up playing his rugby union here, I believe. It was Wamarinda Junior. Wamarinda is Lafayette, Arinda. Moraga would be the Ma, I believe.
That's correct, Tom, yes.
Pretty strong rugby program they have out here in Northern California.
They might calm the Savage down a bit, Tom, and get back to playing the football that we know they can.
Yeah, it seemed like that initial 20 minutes was a little bit out of character for them as Offa steps up here for the kick. Known to his friends as Bruno Dog, sporting the signature bleached hair as he makes a meal of that one. Again, the ball fortunately doesn't go over the back fence.
And scores remain 18-4 to the Razorbacks over the Savage.
17 minutes left in this first half, Mark.
Yeah, well, it's everything that we expected, Tom. All the spectators who are here are certainly getting their money's worth.
I know you can do another one and another one and another one, so hurry up.
Doesn't this set us up nicely for next Saturday's World Championship game at Boxer Stadium, Mark?
Absolutely, Tom. If whether it's these two teams playing again or whether we've got the LA Mongrel playing, it's going to be a fantastic game.
Tino, you out?
Mark, the question with you is, what isn't fantastic?
That is true. It is my favourite word, and I will attempt and refrain from saying it again, Tom. Feel free to pull me up again next time.
Oh, don't you worry, I definitely will. See Tino Murphy's here on the sideline. trying to camouflage in with the sideline. Good kick there by the Razorbacks, left to bounce by Manatau, and then gets the offload to the gentleman in the black shorts. We will not be wearing black shorts when we're at Boxer Stadium next weekend, Mark. That's for sure, as Daniel Vetti with the ball, the try scorer. He's definitely put his mark on the game since he's come on.
Hasn't he what? How many games have we got next week, Tom, at Boxer Stadium?
It'll be 4 games of rugby league down there at Boxer Stadium, San Francisco. The first game will be the Dead Pelicans versus the Young Tigers. The game after that, we have a knock on there from the San Francisco side. Great attacking opportunity here for the Razorbacks as Captain Coach Sam Tiger has the ball in hand. The next game will be the Immortals versus... We still are waiting to see the outcome of this game to determine that, as Tukey Stevenson gets some good meters up the middle. And then following that game will be the Lady Razorbacks versus the California Golden Sirens. They'll be playing 4 quarters of Nines Rugby League. And then after that is the World Championship game, the one we've been waiting all year for.
And for all our fans out there, where can they get tickets, Tom?
If you make your way over to the California Rugby League Instagram page, there is a link in the bio. The link will be going around a lot as Sam Tiger plays to the right-hand side here, and he looks like he gets through. Great response by the Razorbacks, going over in the corner as the inspirational winger. And there's that celebration we love to see from the Razorbacks, bringing the scores to 22-4 down here at Wilder Field Orinda.
What a hit back there from the Razorbacks. That's exactly what Coach Tiger wanted.
Haven't they stunned them here today, Mark?
Yeah, I did not see this happening. I thought it would be very close. Maybe the Savage a little bit in front, but yeah, wow. The Razorbacks have been sensational. You couldn't ask for any more from them at the moment.
Great work by Sam Tiger and his team here today.
Unfortunately, we can't get the number of the try scorer there with his hair in the road at the moment, Tom. But he did great to get it down.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point to make as the kick is waved down here. Scores remain 22-4. The colour of the numbers for the Savage side, you've got red on red, and for the Razorbacks you got black on black. Good changes that will be made next year, that's for sure. Definitely angering a lot of the match officials as I'm given the finger by Ho Jun Kim. Major sponsor of the California Rugby League competition, Ho Jun Kim Images. If you ever need photography in any fashion, he is your man for the job. You'll be getting some portraits later this week, won't you, Mark?
Don't know about that, Tom. We don't want to break the camera.
Yeah, we'll keep you behind the lens for the duration of the season.
I think there's a saying about that.
Face
Good
for
head for
radio.
radio, exactly.
You're going to be on camera.
Guglielmi Solkai with the restart. Sort of hangs there and Sione fields it comfortably. Like a special teams player, finds some space. He's done that before in the 11-man version of the game. Obviously that being American football. Ashton instruction to play the ball.
The Clark Kent of California Rugby League. It's a great run.
For Ty Vailala, again powerful. Very powerful, easy meters up the middle. Tino Muffy out to the left-hand side in the 10 jersey, looking for players short and long. Manages to find him and he goes out to touch there. Savage ball here. We could see that just underneath our press box. He's gone out there.
That's certainly where they've got the ascendancy, isn't it, Tom? Just in the middle of the field, just some great hit-ups by the Razorbacks, and they're just really hard to bring down.
They're really, making easy meters where the A defenders, they generally call it, as the Savage looking to play wide here as Guglielmi finds Hoko. He's got Bruno there if he wants to use him. Ball stays alive and it looks like it's knocked on. Razorbacks field the ball here, another opportunity to let go completely by the San Francisco side. Missed tackle there from the San Francisco team. Another missed tackle and another missed tackle. Looks like he's going to touch though. Very uncharacteristic defense from the San Francisco side here. It'll be their ball. Got easy meters down that right-hand edge.
He has a great run down the sideline. Also, a good tackle had to be made. 22 points to 4 down. The Savage really couldn't afford to let one in there.
Great atmosphere building here at Wilder Field as Big Viliami folded in a tackle there and ball comes free. Again, easy let off. Razorbacks are doing a really good job too. With the luck of it, I guess. Well, it comes back down to their defence.
They're just winning the physical battle, both sides of the ball, Tom, at the moment.
Yeah, he was spot on mark as he's driven back. Pretty strong contact as Savage go on with it. It's like Vida Falmahina coming on for the San Francisco side, involved in that tackle. Finds Fatai Vailala in the one leg, and ball has come free there. A little bit of fatigue coming into the contest.
He's just trying to do the right thing there, get as quick a player ball as possible, but failed to hang on to the ball.
He's been good for them today, as Big Fatai.
A lot of energy. He's really led by example.
Viliami here looking for more work. You see some fans up on the hill, potential punters with not much experience in rugby league, as Viliami Sokai gets the ball to offers in a little bit of space here. He's got options, gets the offload. Savage here making some pretty easy meters down the left-hand side of the field.
That sums up the game at the moment, Tom. There was 2 Savage jumpers, but you had about 6 or 7 Razorback jumpers around them to shut it down.
Yeah, great work by them to make it back as Viliami finds Manatau. Directs the ball to the middle of the field. Vital Falmahina looking for some work here as Hoko runs through. Ball goes backwards. Backwards is the call from the referee. Gets it to Daniel Vete. Steps back to the inside. He's hard to bring down, the big boy. Gets the offload.
He's been the Savage's best, hasn't he? Looked dangerous every time he's got the ball.
Plays to the left-hand side here. Hoko goes through. Ball is going back is the call from referee Ashton. 5th tackle. Looking for a good kick here. Manatau steps into dummy half, gets the ball to Viliami. Sorry, that's Pilla Bone. Meets the shoulder of his good friend Matangi Tonga. Wrestled to the ground by Tino.
Great defence there again by the Razorbacks. As you said before, Tom, you can tell the players know each other and are friends, and that's what means so much more. They want to get one up on their good friends, which is the way it always is.
A lot of these guys have grown up in the Bay Area playing against one another for the last, for some of them, 20 odd years. As ball's offloaded and picked up by Viliami Sokai, always looking to make the best of a bad situation is Viliami. You have to think a pretty good attacking opportunity here for the San Francisco side if they can hold the football.
I think Coach Tiger would have preferred him to try and hold onto the ball there, but you can't fault them. That's the way they've been playing all day, and that's why they're in front.
Manatau crashes over, bringing the scores to 22-8 to the San Francisco side.
That's that man, Tom. As I said, I think he's one of the best, if not the best players in California Rugby League, and he showed exactly why there. And if the Savage is going to come back, he's going to have his hands all over the ball.
Yeah, a very smart player is Manatau. An experienced campaigner as well. I believe he grew up playing rugby league predominantly, and it definitely shows. Bit of swagger in his strut back as well, isn't it?
Isn't it what?
Love to see that from the try scorer Manatau. Speaking of swagger, I can see Fatai Vailala making his way onto the field in the red scrum cap.
Well, the breeze seems to have picked up, Tom. I think it's in favour of the Razorbacks. Would that be correct?
Yeah, at this stage it definitely is, with 7 minutes left in the half. Offer successful kick from Offer, I should say, bringing the scores to 22-10.
And just like that, Tom, the Savage are right back into it. It's a 2 possession game to even it up.
Yeah, it really is too early. I think this is going to be one of those contests, Mark, where we go right down to the wire. And isn't it fitting for the deciding game that determines who's going to be in that championship game that we go down to the wire?
Absolutely, you really got to feel for the Mongrels players and coaching staff and fans.
Well, Coach Cooney would be on the edge of his seat when he's watching this one. Obviously, he'll be getting the score updates after the game, but one day when we get to the stage where we're doing live, he will be on the edge of his seat, even though he currently is not, just to clarify for those of you at home. Number 30 for the Razorbacks has the ball here for the kickoff. Big Matty, the bloated unit, delivers to the tee. He was good for them in their last outing, wasn't he? I know he's one of your favourites, isn't he?
He definitely was, yeah.
The big BU.
He takes some bringing down, that's for sure.
Hey, the short kickoffs on here for the Razorbacks. I can see that a lot of the Savage players are way back. Opts to go long, and Viliami's unable to take that. Second error off the kickoff for the Savage team. Would have Coach Aquila a little bit frustrated.
It's an old cliche, but that's definitely a coach killer, the drop kickoff.
Yeah, you want to hope he has 9 lives. Aquila. 7 of them left as we have 5 minutes left in this contest. Sam Tiger, the captain coach, steps into the dummy half, looking to add some points before half time. He's your man, Mark. Electric footwork, spins out of it, and there's 3 Savage there to drag him backwards.
You'd like to see him get the ball left here, the Razorbacks, if they can. I think there's some numbers out wide.
Yeah, a lot of their strike weapons set up there as... Ooh, strong contact. Ball's come loose, and he's going to say it's a knock on.
That was the hit of the game.
Massive hit. That's going to be making the off-season highlight reels, that one. Is that going to be making the off-season highlight reels, or is Ho Jun going to be making the off-season highlight reels?
Bit of both, I think, Tom.
Shout out to our Pakistani staff, Amir, who's doing a fantastic job cutting up the highlights. He'll be put to work in the off-season as the Savage come to the left-hand side. Viliami gets the offload. Looks like it's Daniel Vete. Palms one off. Wow, Tiger sent flying.
Talking about highlights, Tom.
Yeah, you could hear the Savage crowd absolutely lit up from that. Manatau with the ball. Looks like he's always got time every time he has the ball. Tiger looking for a little bit of retribution. Vitsa Falmahina steps up with the ball here. Bounces off 2, bit of a pinball. Getting vocal with the Razorbacks team. Plays past the mark, but doesn't work to their advantage. Works in the favour of the Razorbacks as Pilla Bonbon with the ball. Gets away from 2. Tackle 2 as Hoko steps up into dummy half. Viliami Sokai taking in a great tackle, but manages to get the offload. Matangi Tonga always working hard in the middle for the Razorbacks team.
I think a lot of that has to do with the communication from the Razorbacks fullback, Tom.
Great charge down by Matangi Tonga, picks it up and looks like he's not. Play on is a call from referee Ashton. Ball comes loose. He's going to call the first knock on there. 2 minutes is the call here from referee Ashton.
Yeah, great communication from Jojo, the fullback there for the Razorbacks. He's certainly telling where his big men in the middle, whether they should be shifting left or shifting right.
He's a great player for them, Big Jojo, isn't he? Great to see Matangi Tonga back out here in California Rugby League. Former arena football players. Hoko with some strong runs, flirting with the sideline. And it's that man, Matangi Tonga, who drags him into touch. Oh, he's going to say the tackle was complete. It'll be the play of the ball as Hoko's jersey resembles a sheet. I'm sure we can put it to use for someone's puppy dog at a later date. Quilla Uwaselli taking a little bit of offense to the Razorback players here. Comes on and out of dummy half. Up the middle. Gets some easy meters and comes face to face with Sam Tiger, the other coach of the team. Vitsa Falmahina dancing around with the free arm, and Fatai Vailala disrupts the ball.
We should have seen what happens here. Every time the captain coaches come on the field this season for the Savage, they've really improved.
Yeah, he's pretty inspirational for them in defence as he looks to get an arm free, not to be. Last tackle is a call here from referee Ashton. Stabbed over the top by Viliami Sokai. Fielded by the inspirational winger with the dreadlocks. Oh, he's got great footwork, light on his feet as always. Captain of the Savage side brings him down. Big Vete. Fatai Vailala caught napping, but always looking for work. Got about a minute left on the clock as the Razorbacks have the ball here, 22-10.
It's a very important minute here, Tom. Razorbacks don't want the Savage to score.
Absolutely, Mark. Both teams looking to hold the other ones out. Strong contact by Aquila. And then by the captain as well, coach and captain, both putting their bodies on the line for their team. A bit slow to get to his feet. Is the big unit here for the Razorbacks. And you'd be feeling it with 300 pounds of, that's right in front of us there. Ball's gone forward and well called by referee Ashton. Did you see that going forward, Mark?
I think they were a little unlucky there, to be honest, but yeah, it was probably a line ball, so I can understand the decision.
Tino Murphy with the silky skills, but has the breeze to his back, probably didn't work in his favour.
Yeah.
Manatau with the ball here, you'd have to think this is the last passage of play. As Hoko with the dog sheet jersey shrugs out of 2 tackles and 40 metres from the try line. Get back and play the ball is the instructions from referee Ashton.
Just confirming you said sheep then, Tom?
Yes, I did, for those of you at home. Not the dog shit. Manatau plays to, looking for the left, looking for the right, decides to go himself. Drags 2 with him. There was 2 in that tackle at that moment. It's a call by referee Ashton. He's in a better spot to call it than us.
I thought at the time there was only 1, but again it was a line ball decision, so you certainly can't fault the referee for that one.
Split second sort of stuff as the big captain here for the Savage side is taking in a grass cutter tackle. You have to think it's the last play. I saw referee Ashton go to his stopwatch. We've got 40 seconds left on our clock here. Call there is going to be a Shepherd. Half time is a call from referee Ashton. The hooter goes off. Half time here at Orinda, Wilder Field. Beautiful California, a bit of a foggy day. Mark, what a first half of rugby league football.
Yeah, everything we expected, Tom. The Razorback just come out on fire on both sides of the ball. And to be honest, the Savage have come back into the game, so credit to them. It's 22-10, they're certainly still in it. But if for the second half's going to be anything like the first half, we're in for a real treat.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Like you alluded to there, the Razorbacks came out with more energy, more willing, took the early lead, scores are 22-10. Join us in the second half here down at Wilder Field, Orinda. This is the California Rugby League. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back down to Wilder Field, Orinda, California. Got a great contest on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Scores are 22-10. On the left of your screen is the East Palo Alto or Bay Area Razorbacks. And on the right of your screen is the San Francisco Savage. It's really anyone's game of football here. Razorbacks took a pretty early lead. Great work to the Savage to reel them back in. I'm excited for the end of this one, Mark. It's going to be an exciting 40 minutes of rugby league football.
Absolutely, especially with the implications for next week's championships game.
Good kick there by Offer and fielded by your man there, Mark. Unfortunately ran dead in the first half and to be denied a try that he won't make that mistake again. Pio Vadavai back on the field for the Razorbacks team, looking for work early on.
He really set the standard for the Razorbacks in the first 10 minutes of the first half, Tom.
Yes, he did, as Sione as well, who's been a great player for the Razorback side, and you can hear the appeals for Shepherd or forward pass, but it seemed pretty blatant to the supporters there on the far side of the field. What's your read on that? He's going to call it a Shepherd. In that situation, a player has interfered with the defensive line.
And straight on the attack, the Savage. Big opportunity here.
It looks like they've come out to the second half with possibly one of their stronger sides as Manatau gets the ball free. Taken by Vita Falamahina, bumps off one, gets the ball free. Viliami plays it to Daniel Vete. Oh, it's intercepted by the Razorbacks. Great work there from the Razorbacks team. What a let-off.
That was a certain try if he doesn't come up with that play, Tom.
Massive
Wonderful
play.
work.
Massive play. Fantastic players. Pio Vadavai earns a penalty here for the Razorbacks team. He's been a ball of energy for them, hasn't he, big Pio Vadavai?
He's been absolutely terrific.
I believe he's a capped Hawk. Jacksonville Axeman, shout out to Drew Slover, owner of that organisation, if you're listening. Tapped by Pio Vadavai and Razorbacks player met by 3 Savage players. Ball comes free and he's going to say there's more than one in that. It'll be a Razorbacks ball here again.
doing a good job here, the referee, John. Players on both teams are not shy to tell them.
Johnny on the spot, isn't that the old saying? And he's really living up to the Johnny on the spot. Sam Tiger here with the ball, taps it on 1 foot. He's got class and style, doesn't he? Big DJ Tiger.
The inspirational leader.
Caught up with him before the game. He's off to live his second life. Oh, ball comes free there. Possibly a hand in it. Unlucky for Fatai Vailala, the brother of Sam. It'll be a San Francisco ball. Like I was saying, Sam Tiger finishes this game and is off to his second life as a DJ, where he's DJ Tiger.
Yeah, he had the tunes playing before the game.
Yeah, the work he's doing with this Razorbacks team is sensational. As the big captain here, Captain Vetti, gets the offload to Manatau. He's light on his feet as the little man, Tukey Stevenson, wraps him up 20 metres from the try line as Vita plays to the left-hand side. Bumps off Tukey, but Tukey's back for more. Puts him on his back. Great work, Tukey Stevenson. Ball is not secured too well by the Savage team, but let to play as Viliami plays it to Offa. Offa manages to get free and looks like he's over the try line there, Mark.
Yes, he is. And here come the Savage right back into it.
Yeah,
22 points to 14.
Start that second half off very strong, does the San Francisco side. Good to see that attack connecting on the right-hand side for them with Offa and looks like Viliami Sokai is pretty instrumental in that try.
And as we alluded to in the first half, the Breeze is now fully behind the Savage.
Yeah, it's starting to really cool down as well, isn't it, Mark? We'd probably be looking at high 60s, mid 60s possibly. A lot of the fashion on the far side of the field, hoodies and whatnot. So,
and with how frantic the action's been, I think the players will appreciate the cool weather compared to some of the hot weather we've had the last few weeks, Tom.
Yeah, that's the thing about in California, you get a little bit of everything as Bruno absolutely shanks it. Talking about getting a little bit of everything, that was a shocker from Offa. Today, unfortunately, they're without Sumo, their first string kicker. My memory serves me correctly. In their last matchup against Los Angeles, he had a bit of a shocker with the boot as well. Be something Coach Aquila will be having his team focus on as we head into the World Championship games.
Yeah, with two teams that are so evenly matched, goal kicking could really be the deciding factor.
So we come back to the action here, 22-14. Ball up high and sings and taken nicely by Daniel Vete. He always seems to be able to get that first player off him with that strong palm, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been the Savage's best player, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Mark, as Vita Falamahina plays to Viliami Solkai. Out the back there, yeah, that's a call here, yes. It looked like a shepherd from where I was as well, Mark. Again, he's using his player there to obstruct the defence, for those of you new to the game.
We've seen quite a few shepherds the last few weeks. But Razorbacks will be really looking to get the ascendancy back here.
Yeah, it's a great attacking opportunity for them as Tino Muffy's caught with the ball here from Pio Vatavai. Tackle didn't look too friendly on Tino Muffy, their playmaker. Yeah, as you said, Mark, great attacking opportunity here for the Razorbacks team. Sam Tiger has the ball, ducks under a swinging arm. That could have ended very badly for both teams.
They could have been left with 12 men, the Savage, if that connected. Thankful for all that it didn't.
Unlucky for Pio Vatavai. He's been sensational for this Razorbacks team in offense. Unfortunately, comes up with the error as Offa. Ball pops up there. Razorbacks ball. What an entertaining passage of play, Mark.
Yeah, both teams' defence are forcing these errors. They're certainly not unforced. It's just great defence, showing how much this win means to them.
I know we've touched on cliches earlier, but both teams are definitely looking to win this one.
Yeah.
Captain Obvious here in the commentary boxes. Good offload there. Oh, again, the commentator's curse knocked on by the Razorbacks team. You can hear Tukey Stevenson in the background reminding his team that they in fact have 6 touches to come up with a try.
Yeah, they just seem to be forcing it a little bit at the moment, the Razorbacks. They need to go back to as they were in the first 20 minutes of the first half. Be a little bit more patient.
I think you're right, Mike. It can be said for both teams. Build a little bit of pressure. As Aquila Uaselli with the ball, takes a few of them to bring him down. We're just short of the halfway line for the San Francisco side. Great attack by the San Francisco side and even better defense by the Razorbacks as Palo Bonbon gets the offload. San Francisco making their way into the opposition's territory here. Get up and play the ball is the instructions from the referees. Tini Moimoi steps into dummy half. I believe the cousin of the great Fui still going around in the Northern Hemisphere somewhere.
One of the rugby league greats, Fui Moimoi.
Former Wolfpack player, Wolfpack back in action today. It'd be interesting to see how they go without the great David Argyle at the helm. Palo Bonbon taken down on the 5th tackle here. Last tackle is the call. Viliami stabs through. Is he regathered there, Mark? Steps back on the inside and goes over. Ball bounces up. He's going to call that a try. Johnny on the spot, Mr. Ashton, with a great vantage point.
Wow, Tom, you go a long way to see a better try than that. That's probably the try of the season there. Chips for himself, gets the bounce.
Yeah. Viliami Solkai, my understanding of him is he's a sevens player for the Tongan international team. And it shows with that class, skill to do it on his own. He's a very instrumental player in this offense of the Savage side. He's Otho with the kick.
We touched on it, Tom, when the inspirational captain coach come on, but it's certainly...
Yeah, you see it, don't you? He comes on and brings an energy that... Yeah, you definitely notice it.
It's no coincidence that their best passenger player has been since he's entered the fray.
Kick was struck well by Offa, but is waved away by referee Ashton.
Which leaves the scores, Razorbacks 22, Savage 18.
Yeah, they've managed to stay in this contest. We've still got 30 minutes left in it, and it's really anyone's game of football. 2 tries in this second half for the Savage team. Ascendancy perhaps moving in their direction, but you can see the Razorbacks here would have got a good message from their coach Sam Tiger, who leads them back to halfway.
Yeah, he's a calming influence. They certainly won't panic, but just need to complete a few sets of 6 and get some good field position, and they'll get themselves right back.
Waiting for the tee here at the Razorback side.
It's an ongoing theme.
Yeah, it'd be nice to find a solution to it, and it looks like the solution has been found. Plenty of airtime on that drop kick. Ball comes free there. What's the call from the referee? It's anyone's ball. We've got fumbles left, right, and centre. It'll be a Razorbacks ball here. Great attacking opportunity for the East Palo Alto side. Matangi Tonga back on in the number 7 jersey. Still plenty of weapons on the sideline for the Razorbacks. I can see Fatai Vailala as well as Pio Vatavai there, looking to come back into the action at some stage. Sione here with the ball, gets the offload to Tino Murphy. Great skill shown by him as always, and by Matangi Tonga as he offloads it to Tukey Stevenson. Electric attack from Tukey as always. This is what we love to see from the Razorbacks, starting to find their feet here and form a little bit in attack for the first time in the second half. Matangi Tonga goes through off the Tino Murphy ball. Referee Ashton is on the spot. We have a try. to the East Palo Alto Bay Area Razorbacks, and you can see the crowd erupting on the far side, Mark.
What a ball.
Great work. As you touched on, last time we saw this Razorbacks team play, it all starts and ends with Tino Muffy. He is, all that attack is off that left-hand edge, slick with the ball, gets his guys around the park in a very calm fashion, and we saw it again there, Mark.
Yeah, that was fantastic. You can tell they've practiced that and done that before, and it just opened straight up. And that's exactly what they needed to get the ascendancy back.
26-18, kick to come. Your man here, Mark, in the 30 jersey for the Razorbacks. Big Jojo, I believe you call him, steps up for the kick, hits it okay. Direction is good, and it is over. 28-18. We went into the half as a 10-point ball game, and here we are again. Is that your read on it, Mark? 10-point ball game.
Yes, it was a great conversion there by Jojo. He's been a real calming influence from him as well. As I said before, when he was at fullback, just directing his troops around, showing where they needed to be in defence, and he's had his hands full, as he does off the field. Father of twin boys, I believe, Tom.
As you can hear Big Steppin' come on the sound system in the background. Love to see Big Steppin', great track. I believe it's a Bay Area number, this one.
Correct. And the crowd has really got more vocal, haven't they, in the last 5 minutes?
Big offer. Again, good hang time and fielded comfortably by the Razorbacks player. Let it sing early, he does. Tino Muffy with the offload. Here's your man, Mark, a speedster. He's going to be hard to stop once he gets in space. Pillar to beat, and he beats him. They're not going to be able to stop him. And you can see the crowd in the background just erupting. They're on the field. Not going to go dead this time.
A try off the kickoff, Tom. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, especially against the San Francisco Savage side.
And that man, he's had a great game, and he must have beat 5 or 6 players there. What a fantastic try, and as he dances coming off the field there.
I believe that the kids are calling that move the sneeze. I'll have to confirm that with some of the Razorbacks fans on the sideline who are erupting. Love for the cameraman to get us a close-up of that sideline. They're having a great time out there. We'd love to see that. Jojo here with the kick, looking to add the extras. Hits it well, direction is good. 34-18 down here at Wilder Field, Orinda. Razorbacks are all over them. They should know that by now. Back to the action here, Daniel Fetty's just joined us in the commentary booth to tell us. You heard it.
Not lacking in any confidence, but as we said quite a few times today, he's been the best for the Savage. He'll be looking to get back out there and make an impact.
Yeah, well, the bigger picture for them, though, is they need to be winning this football game, and at this stage, it's the Razorbacks who are in control. As Ty Vailala out of dummy half. Hear that crowd starting to come alive. Gets the offload to his brother Sam Tiger. Comes to Tino and got space out wide here for the Razorbacks. Flirting with the sideline. Taking about 5 meters in from touch, just short of the halfway line. Love to see the necklace on for the Razorbacks player. Switches back on the inside. Jojo with the ball here. Manatau and Vita bring him to the ground, and both of them give him a little bit of how you going on the back of the head, as they would say. Tino Muffy meets a nice shoulder of Aquila, and the ball has come free. Bit of a contentious decision. You can see the Razorbacks players appealing there not to be.
Come on, boys, you got this! You got this!
Manatau with the tap. Steps back on the inside, does the big unit. Hands all over it from the Razorbacks, and he's brought to the ground about 30 metres out. Out from dummy half. Steps back on the inside. There's Viliami Solkai, just the fullback to beat. He's just short of the try line. He may have thought he went over there, Mark. We're very close here for the San Francisco side. The captain, the inspirational leader, Big Vetti, goes over for the try there.
They did well, Jojo, again there, stopping that man one-on-one as he made that break. But Savage too strong.
Scores are 34-22 down here at Wilder Field, Orinda. They're not letting them get away with it, are they? The Savage side. You know, we're ready to say, hey, this is a Razorbacks ball game, but Viliami Solkai had other ideas.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're certainly sticking around. And the Razorbacks are going to have to be at their best to hold them off. There's no doubt about that.
Bruno hasn't had too much luck with the boot today as he steps up here on the right-hand side of the field. Hits it well. Doesn't look like he's got the direction, unfortunately, for his team. Scores remain 34-22. About 21 minutes left in this contest, 3/4 of the way through.
But here they find themselves again, the Savage, within 2 tries and conversions.
So as it currently stands, if this is to be the result, if the score was to finish 34-22 with the Razorbacks winning, would that set us up, Mark, for a Razorback Savage rematch next week?
Yeah, 100% it would. Which would mean the LA Mongrel would play the Sacramento Immortal in the 3rd, 4th playoff.
Players in front of the kicker there, but let go by referee Ashton. Hard to hard to adjudicate those ones.
It was a fantastic take.
It indeed was fantastic. As Viliami Sulala over the top there with his namesake, Viliami Solkai. Jojo plays to Tino. Tino, the instrumental ball player, stabs it through. 6 again will be the call. It will not play that, referee Ashton says. Still going at the Razorbacks, finds the shoulder of 2 Savage players. 3rd tackle, I believe, is called. No, 2, I apologize, is the call. You're gonna love how the English referee lets out the 2. Sam Tiger with the ball, plays back on the inside. Yeah, like you said before, Mark, if this is to be the result, it'll be a Immortals versus Mongrels in their 3rd versus 4th game. Last time they met was the Mongrels that won it by 2 points off a Seth Cooney penalty kick. So a lot of feeling in that contest as well.
That was a terrific game.
Yeah, it really was. Gee, that seems like many moons ago, doesn't it, Hoju and Kim? 5th tackle here, signified by referee Ashton as we come to the right-hand side through the 17. Doesn't hear the call, but Jojo, intelligent player, does. Kicks it over the top. Fielded by Offa. Gets in a little bit of space and brought down by strong Razorbacks defense. Billabone steps into dummy half here. Finds the coach, Aquila. Pushes through here. He's in some space, doesn't have anyone with him, doesn't matter. Look at the old legs, palms off one, gets the offload. Savage ball here, no one's touching him. They're gonna play the ball quickly. Comes to the left-hand side, plays on the inside to Manatau. Manatau bounces off 2. Great defense by Sam Tiger, who comes up with the ball. 2 in that tackle, unfortunately. But good tactics by Sam Tiger to slow down the momentum of the play there.
Definitely, it was a great tackle, but as you said, 2 in the tackle, so it'll be a penalty, but it needed to be made.
Do you think in those situations sometimes you just got to eat that penalty up for
Yeah.
the sake of your team?
As you've said, it's slowed down. They can get their defensive line set again, and it's going to take everything they've got to hold out the Savage here because they're looking very ominous.
Yeah, Viliami Soilara looking to get his first points of the day. Not to be options out the left for them with Manatau looking to do it himself. Got the arm free if he can do it, but is going to be taken to the ground. Vita Falmahina burrows over. Try time is a call from referee John Ashton. 34-26 is the scores here today at Wilder Field. You can hear the Savage fans erupting. If it is to be a Savage Razorbacks final next week, there's going to be a lot of feeling in that one, isn't there, Mark?
Absolutely, it's for the championship, and you'd expect nothing less. Like, look at the sort of performance we've had today by both teams, and you can only imagine that's going to go up a notch, or even 2 notches next week.
And I start to think, what players are they going to bring out of the woodworks to play for them? You know, I know there's a few of the MLR guys, Big Tavita, missing for the Razorbacks. I'm sure that they'll call on them, you know, if the timing's right, to come back for this final. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the best players participate in that game. You know, all this eligibility and over-regulation, it hurts the product.
Absolutely, and yeah, both coaches will be watching the tape. There's a great conversion
Struck
there.
well by Offer. Looking in good shape is Big Offer, put on a bit of size in the 23, sporting the Michael Jordan number. Well, made famous by Michael Jordan.
And Tom, for the first time since about 10 minutes into the game, we have the Savage within 6.
Is that right, Mark? Oh, what a response to them. They've managed to really hang in this contest. It's been a weird one where, you know, neither team has had ascendancy for too long. Again, that short kickoff regathered by the Razorbacks, and then taken in a one-on-one tackle with Vita, and he's gone out. Razorbacks ball.
That's becoming a real weapon for the Razorbacks, that short kickoff.
Yeah, it's great work. What can you tell us about the number 3 here, Mark? I know you told us a little bit about him earlier, but that's the second time. I believe it's Lawrence was the gentleman's name. It's Tino Muffy with the ball here, placed to the left-hand edge. Busts through. The big man goes through, and Pilo Bobo goes the legs, doesn't get him. Viliami and Offer there. You can see the Razorbacks here. Sione, Tino, and Matangi on the left-hand side as Tukey out of dummy, half dummy. He's going to go over. Try time. Referee action on the spot. 38-28 here down at Orinda, California.
One of the crowd favourites, Tukey Stevenson.
Massive fan favourite is Big Tukey. We see the fans lighting it up again on the sideline. They love it, and we love it that they love it.
And as you said, Tom, just one team just does not find the ascendancy for too long. The other team invariably hits straight back. As it's happened again.
You'd have to think he's going to add the extras here. He's been one of the best with the conversions today, is Big Jojo.
He has been consistent. Kicks it into a big win, but adds the extras, making it 40-28.
You've got 14 minutes left in this contest. Short kickoff from the Savage, potentially some players in front. Let to go by Ashton. It'll be great when we have the 2 touch judges in next week, Mark. It'd be also nice to see some ball boys, potentially. Slow to get to his feet here as the big man for the Razorbacks. Sione with the ball up the middle. That's what we like to see, and that's what they had a lot of joy with in the first half, Mark, when they were punching it through that middle.
Yeah, they were just so physical, both sides of the ball up the middle, and that's what they're trying to get back.
For Tai Vailala, the big horse as he likes to be known. Fitness enthusiast, loves his golf as well as his weights. It's good offload by Tino Muffy to Matangi Tonga.
Swims well too, I believe.
Matangi Tonga just keeps going. What an offload by Matangi Tonga. He's got the offload, and what's the call here from referee Ashton? A little bit of confusion, but he's just winding the clock down, and it's a try to the East Palo Alto Razorbacks, bringing the score to 44-28. What an offload by Matangi Tonga. That's going to be making highlights reels for years.
Yeah, that offload was as good as it gets, Tom. And all of a sudden, as you thought the Savage had got back into the game, bang, bang, 2 tries to the Razorbacks. And as you said, 44-28 with a kick to come. He's been kicking them well, but this one will test him right out on the sideline. Well, this game's been everything that we expected it to be, Tom. End to end, some great physical clashes and great ball movement.
Conversion, I should say, unsuccessful. I was about to say successful unconversion there, Mark.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Successful unconversion. Yeah, we won't be saying that again, will we? Savage restart the contest and taken by that man himself, Matangi Tonga, with possibly the offload of the season. Again, he gets away from the first tackle. Gee, he's been good for them today, Mark. It's so good to see him back in the California Rugby League.
Yeah, he's been terrific.
Last time we saw him was that March tournament. He's been out of the game for a little bit, was slow to find his feet, but this is the athlete, Matangi Tonga, that we love and love to see in this competition.
He's made a big difference to him, that's for sure.
Gets free, ball comes loose, going to be picked up by Offa. Gets away from Tino, and then Tino's there again with Tukey Stevenson.
You'd like to see them play it safe and hold on to the ball, but in the same breath, that's California Rugby League, and that's the way we love to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just throw the ball around with no consequences to the scoreboard, and that's why it's such an entertaining game.
Yeah, it really is good for the product when they, take these chances. I think, traditionally and comparatively, which we don't like to do very often, it's low percentage plays, but it's high percentage in the excitement department. Oh, great defense by the Razorbacks, taking the big man back. The tie in the red scrum cap, instrumental in that. Manatau to the left, ball is fumbled on. Referee Ashton's going to call a knock on.
You get the feeling the Razorbacks think they've got this one. They're very vocal and...
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. With 10 minutes on the clock, they might be, they're in a good position. We got 16 points up.
Yeah, that's correct. 44-28.
Loose carry there by Tukey, but he's good with it. Here's the try scorer with the ball in hand.
They don't want to get it too out of themselves, but we know how dangerous a Savage can be. We've seen today that they can put on points very quickly.
As he comes to the left here, Tino Murphy, the playmaker, dancing around, looking for opportunities. Nothing's coming. Appealing for the offside penalty. As Big Fatai has the ball. Almost takes a feeling to bring it down, doesn't it, the big man?
Certainly does.
How many footballs do you think we'll be going home with today, Mark?
Yeah, no, I can actually see quite a few, which is unusual for this stage of the game. Great to be back in Arinda, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, well, it's, I don't know if we call it the home or the birthplace.
Call it both.
The home and the birthplace, yeah. This is where it all began, as Razorbacks get the penalty here. The marker has rushed in that instance, Mark. He has to wait behind the play the ball until the dummy half touches the ball and it's released. It's gone too soon there.
Yeah,
Rightly
that's one thing referee John certainly reminds them of a lot of times during the game. He just got that one wrong.
Got 8 minutes left on the time clock, I should say here. Strong defense by the Savage, driving back. Wow, it's been a great performance by both teams here. As well, it's been very impressive. No injuries at this stage in the game. It makes me very happy, Mark. It's great for the well-being of all these young men.
Yeah, definitely. And it's just been, considering how physical the game has been and some of the big hits we've seen and the enterprising play, it's a great result so far.
Yeah, they'll be looking to bring it up to 50 if they can here, the Razorbacks, as Tina Murphy gets a bit of a scrappy ball knocked on by the Razorbacks player there.
Not sure if he got a hand to that there, but Thought it might have come off his legs.
Yeah, referee Ashton was in a much better spot than both of us as Vita Falamahina with the ball here.
Yeah, the official, he's had a very good game.
Yeah, very rare to see him get him wrong. When they're wrong, they're right, Mark. Oh, Pilo Bonbon had a look there.
Yeah, you seen they had numbers on the right there. Just got a little ahead of himself.
Yeah, it's probably a byproduct of being out of the game for a little bit, as Pilo.
He's had a good game though.
Yeah, another guy that, like Matangi, it's great to see him back in the California Rugby League contest. Tina Muffy, slow to get up. Not sure if he's injured or being crafty with the clock. As he goes to the sky, Pillar's there to take it very comfortably. A bit of space out to the left if they can get the ball there. Got Daniel Vete. Wasn't held, but not to be the call from referee Ashton. Get back and play the ball, he says. To the right here through Vita. Not having much luck up the middle, are they? The San Francisco side, the Razorbacks have shut them down at every opportunity.
It's been great defence, and they've certainly closed down the danger man there as he takes a tap here.
Manatau swings it to Viliami Solkai, steps back on the inside, steps twice. Just a fullback to beat, makes light work of him. Goes over for his second one today. Great try there by Viliami Solkai, adding to his highlights reel.
Yeah, quite the highlights reel from today. He's been excellent.
Looks like a bit of a hamstring here. As you can see, Daniel Vete coming in to give him a little bit of a stretch.
Let's hope it's more so cramps than a hamstring, because they're going to need him next week in the final, that's for sure.
Yeah, they absolutely will, Mark. It's got 5 minutes left in this contest. Yeah, he's stretching out those legs. See Daniel Vete with the ball here.
It's probably fair to say the word of today has been absolutely rather than fantastic, Tom.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Do you think it has? Have we been using absolutely a lot?
I think I have, yeah.
Have I as well, Ojan? Oh, there you go. Unsuccessful with the kick. Absolutely not the result he wanted with the boot. I'd love to know the statistics on how many of the conversions they've added. I feel like at this moment, the Savage in their season would be kicking at less than 50%.
Yeah, they'll want to work on that in training this week, because it could really, the result next week in the championship could come down to goal kicking, as we alluded to earlier.
And at this stage, it's fair to say that the Savage will not be winning by 12. Is that, we can conclusively say that.
How long have we got on the clock, Tom?
We've got 4 minutes 50 as they go to the short kickoff again and fielded. Not 10 is the call.
For the viewers back home, the kickoff has to travel 10 metres before the attacking team can touch the ball. If they do it inside 10 metres, then it's a penalty, which it is to the Savage right now.
Have a man down here for the East Palo Alto side. Maybe a little bit of whiplash when he landed on the ground there. It is a heavy surface here.
It's unfortunate. He's been very good today.
Yeah, great to see the sportsmanship down there. See Pilla Bonbon in the 32. Give him a little tickle on the back of the head. You'll be right, Toku says.
See you next week.
Yeah, well, that's where we are right now, isn't it? We will see you next week for both of these teams. Sets up a very electric final. The two Bay Area teams will meet again.
Yeah, both coaches will be poring over the tape this week, you'd think, to see where, there's weaknesses in the other team to exploit for next week. And yeah, it's just a mouth-watering clash again,
I can't wait, Mark. It's going to be a sensational game. As Pilla Bonbon here gets some easy meters down that left edge. Manatau with the ball steps back to the inside, and again, it's that man, Tuki Stevenson, who takes him in a pretty comfortable tackle.
He's had a big game again, but we expect nothing less, do we?
Yeah, he's at that place where he's consistently hitting 8s and 9s for his standard of play as Viliami Solkai plays the ball. Playing to the right-hand side. Captain here looking to get an arm free. You can see Aquila Uaselli back on the field for the Savage team. And it's that man, I believe, who just goes over, try to the coach, Aquila Uaselli. He's congratulated by the other coach, Sam Tiger, and by Fatai Vailala, Tiger's brother. Great to see that camaraderie between those guys. Last time we were down here at Wilder Field, they were playing on the same team. And as we grow, so do the teams, and players go to different locations. Shocking kick there by Viliami Solkai. 2 minutes left on the clock, Mark.
Yeah, score remains 44-36, and we don't want to harp on it, but we've been talking about it all game, how influential the coach is, and he just showed that again with a powerful try. I feel like next week he's going to probably spend more time on the field.
Yeah, well, that's the do or die match for the San Francisco outfit. And as we talk about that, this will bring the Razorbacks, if they're an 8-point lead, 2 minutes left, it's reasonable to assume that they will hold on, bringing them to 3-0 for the regular season. It's been a really great display from them today. They've been on song, and Savage haven't been as good as they can. I mean, there's no two ways about that, is there?
No, they've definitely got some improvement in them.
It's not the Savage team we saw against the Dead Pelicans or the LA side in Bakersfield a month ago.
And you have to feel for the LA Mongrel too, who've had a great season.
LA have just come leaps and bounds from 2019 to where they are today, and a lot of that comes down to some great coaching by Adi Cooney, great recruitment to bring new players in.
Yeah, the improvement's been unbelievable by the Mongrel. They certainly would have been out of place in the final next week, but I'm looking forward to watching them take on the Immortal in the third and fourth playoff.
Punch thrown there by the San Francisco team. Clock is winding down here. We're just going to get out there and just make sure that everything's taken care of. Looks like referee Ashton has it under control. We'll need to check on Aquila Uaselli there, Mark. That doesn't look too good for their leader.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're just singing his praises, how influential he's been today. We don't like to see that. But I think that'll probably call time on the game too, I believe, Tom.
Yeah, that's the game at that moment.
Yeah, fantastic game.
Yeah, we'll wait for referee Ashton here. Hopefully this doesn't spill over to after the game, Mark. We'd like to see this be the end of that moment in time.
I don't think it will, Tom. In the heat of the moment, we've seen things boil over this season, but after a couple of minutes reflection, the boys are all friends again, and I'm sure that'll be the case again today. And that is full time.
What do you have for the final score, Mark?
The Razorbacks 44, the Savage 36. What a fantastic game of rugby league, and we'll see both these teams next week in the championship game.
Yeah, we absolutely will. What an excellent game of rugby league, Mark. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen at home. Thank you, Hojun Kim and John Ashton, the referee. Still see a little bit of concern down here for Aquila Uaselli, the inspirational leader as both teams come together. Thank you for joining us down here at Orinda, California. As Mark just mentioned, 44-36 to the East Palo Alto Razorbacks. Thank you for joining us here. See you next week at Boxer Stadium.